Hey everybody, we're back.
Happy Wednesday!
Happy Wednesday
It's been a long time.
to all of you. It always does that, and it didn't move. It didn't move any closer.
It didn't, so
I feel
now we're
further
far.
away. Watch out, dog. Yeah, I said it. It's true. We have a dog.
It's true. He's right
Watch
here.
your toes. Watch your tail. Don't bite me.
He's a puppy, so
He's a pup. We're having a good time, y'all. So
happy summer to us.
happy summer to everybody that's going to be hopefully joining here. Comment
Probably you'd.
moderation. Only comments. Only your followers.
I don't remember what we picked.
Which one did we pick? Discussion, restricted, protected. Let's just do only over.
Oh,
No.
Wow.
Let's just do followers.
Sure.
That sound good? For
Sure.
tonight?
If you want to comment, you have to follow.
If you want
us.
to comment, follow Lake Point Community
Otherwise,
Church, Madison
just-
campus.
Sorry, I spilled coffee everywhere.
Did you really? Oh my.
I did.
I'm gonna see if it's working, y'all. We're learning new things. We did get a dog and we made it back. Heather Chamberlain, we
We
missed you.
missed y'all.
And Shanna Stevens, good to see everybody.
Last week we didn't even say.
We didn't even
what
try.
was happening. We were at the
Shante
beach.
was
I kind
in-
of forgot what day it was.
She was just beach lifing it with the best of us.
Just me,
them,
nobody else.
Best of
I
her,
was-
you know?
You know me, when I go to the beach with my whole family, it's just all about me.
It is. It's a song about that. So, hey, Tim McCart. Glad to be back, my man. Good to see you.
Our
Your text,
long
at least.
absence is
It was wonderful. To everyone, Shanna, you're in that group that came down when I preached at Harmony Campus. That was a lovely surprise, and I apologize for preaching the same sermon I preached the week before to Madison Campus. But I hope it was wonderful, and
I
I'm
think it
thankful
was from
for
a
you.
couple weeks before.
Thanks.
maybe.
It was. It was a while back. I've never done that before, though.
Right.
It was neither here nor there.
No, actually, he almost never does that.
We haven't done that one in a while. But yeah, it's been a crazy crazy couple of weeks. We did have a great time at the beach. Did you have a good time?
I did. I really did. It was great.
Panama City, living La Vida Loca. They closed down our favorite hangout spot, Club La Vida. Sadly, that was our
Yeah.
first year not being able to go there
We
since
know
we were
all about
14, and we had to sneak in there back in the day. But it was had a
I
good
didn't
trip.
even know you when I was 14. It's true. I didn't.
That's true.
Nothing, not even close.
But it was better
Were
the
you
second time.
sneaking
Shanna
in?
is the
Oh,
nicest
yeah.
person I know right now. I would venture to say if Shantae did know me when she was in high school youth group, she would have tried to date me
Oh, really?
as
Oh,
she
really?
did every other guy that
That's
ended up
not
being a
the
preacher
case.
in life. Every other guy that came out of her youth group that ended up being a preacher,
Not every other guy.
Joker dated him. That were within 3 years of your age. It was a big youth
No.
group. Can we say that? It was a big youth group, like 150 something people.
You're classifying it though, like they had to become a preacher.
Well, they did. It's just one of those things you look at. Just as good to say, Tim McCart, my
Danny's
man.
practiced making fun of me about this, so
I
he's
have.
gotten really good at it.
There's lots of fun comments.
could go
Tim, how
on
are
and
you
on
doing,
for
brother? How
hours.
was your summer? What are you doing now that you're not camping anymore, Tim? That's what I want
Okay,
to know.
wait. Are you not camping anymore? Are
Did you
getting a new
downsize?
camper or not? No more camping because the kids are going to be sad.
Help me with that, Tim. While you're looking with that
They
one,
find out you're not camping. They're
Shanna,
gonna be
the giant slide from the Stevens household a while back is hooked up to our outdoor
Treehouse.
and is being very well utilized. I just thought I'd
I
share
sent
that
her a
with you.
picture the day we
Oh,
put
good.
it up.
Okay.
It's
Didn't.
been so loved and still is being loved.
It's a very, very loved slide.
I'm sorry. this dog
You
is-
okay?
No, I'm good. I thought he was.
So you want to give an update on this joke right here?
Well, we have a puppy.
We have a puppy.
He is precious and he's full,
Hmm.
100% lab.
Full lab, big paws, big ears,
So
a lot of bark.
he's
Lot of
surprised
bite.
the kids a
Lot
lot
of
with
bite.
how sharp his teeth are and how
Tommy.
sharp his claws are. And we might have armed them just today with little tiny water squirt bottles so they can defend themselves.
They're modeling their lives after Kevin Kelly, our next door neighbor, who has a squirt bottle for his dog.
Who's
Look, Caroline and
not
Luke,
young, not a
my
puppy.
oldest two get it well. They understand that, like, if he bites you, squirt him. Nathaniel's like, I see a
Nathaniel-
dog. He reminds me of getting bit. I'll squirt him before he
Nathaniel's
has
like,
a chance.
he was thinking about biting me and I just squirted him. And then the dog is soaking wet.
The dog's
But you know
soaking
what?
wet because
he has
Nathaniel-
not bitten Nathaniel one more time, and I don't blame
He
him.
hadn't.
And
hasn't
he
done
was
it.
finding Nathaniel pretty tasty until the squirt bottle happened. So
He
we were going to
absolutely did.
avoid that, and now it's just part of the story. They want to see
Sure.
pictures. Do you want to want me to just?
I don't know how to do this. I don't.
Do you want me to just pick him?
Oh, just pick him up. Don't want to bite you. Just kidding. Tommy,
The kid
how
that's
are you, my
about going
friend?
to pick him up, and Danny's like, probably your mom loves
Praise,
him.
praise, prayer. Tommy, we've got it going. Prayer, praise, praise. Here comes the dog.
Oh, He's
Oh, wow.
sweet.
There he is. You ready to be blown away?
Here
Oh,
he
my
is.
word.
His name
Look
is
at-
Boaz.
Boaz.
You know, yes, from the Bible.
That's how we roll.
It's we. What the
can't
kids,
see him. Hold him up
the
a little
kids
more, girl.
voted. Well, he doesn't. He's scared.
Oh, he's camera shy,
He's crying.
just like the Heralds.
Hi.
Oh.
See, Daddy. Daddy said that Mommy loves you.
I did.
The kids
I
were
love
like,
him too.
"Why
It's
don't
not
you
the
love
same.
him, Dad?"
Not the same. Like
Probably because you yelled at him right before we left, and the kids were like,
in our
"Scarred
household,
for life."
men and women are quite different. Husbands and wives are quite different. And I did. I let him have it. I came in the room and he
It
was
was
biting
not that.
Nathaniel. It was a whole.
He was biting Nathaniel pretty good.
I didn't get abusive, but I did.
No, he
I
was
did
loud,
let him know
and the kids were like, "Does Daddy not like the
who
dog?"
the alpha male is in this house. So yeah, the dog. He was wanting the kids to come home.
Everybody's
Let's just say
fine.
that everybody's fine.
It didn't slow Nathaniel up from squirting him with a
Clap.
water bottle.
I don't know if Tommy's meaning. Tommy, I don't know if you're meaning to clap that much, or if you're just being very interactive tonight. I'm thankful for you.
It's a lot of interaction.
A lot of interaction. Yeah, we have a dog. It's going really well, and yep.
It's
Having-
going as well as having a new puppy,
It's going-
Kingo. We're not sleeping a ton.
It's going.
I wouldn't
I'm-
say we're sleeping. Tommy's clapping again.
Tommy's still clapping. Tommy, I think that key's stuck. You know what I mean?
That's like my phone. My phone's been weird today, and I have
Shonda's
not gotten
phone is
any.
wigging out. I don't know
It's
what's
just
going on.
decided. I think maybe Apple decided that my phone is too old. Do you think that's what happened?
Maybe. Hey, let's do a test right here. What's the oldest phone you have? Like what? Would you know the model yours is?
Yes, it's a 7. iPhone
Oh,
7.
It's like brand new. Brand new, guys.
No, the 12s have been out a long time.
Your kids make fun of you at
Caroline's
school. don't
classmate in first grade has a 12, and I have a 7. Yes,
This
I
is
get
true.
made fun of a lot.
they? By first graders. It's fine.
No.
I'm not worried.
But high schoolers make fun of me a lot.
High school.
No, I'm fine with it, and I love my phone. But all of a sudden, it's telling me I don't have any.
It did, that
service,
is weird.
like,
So-
no service,
It still says that, doesn't
no
it?
service. No, it's not
And
doing
it's
it.
connected to the internet.
And then
everything.
every
If you
once
have a
in a while-
solution to that.
I'll get a bunch of messages.
They'll just randomly
They'll
come
like
through.
somehow get service for a minute. So if you're texting me, I'm sorry.
If you're
I don't know
texting
it.
me, aka Michelle Walls and Ken earlier,
Sorry,
that's my
Michelle.
bad. I
She was
just didn't
texting
respond.
you.
I got. Well, let's see what it said.
I'm
It
sorry.
said, oh, a while ago.
I'm sorry, Michelle.
Michelle Walls. Michelle Walls wanted me to let the class know. We remind people tonight when you do your Bible study that we are in need of volunteers for the fireworks on the 3rd of
July 3rd.
If you are an American and you love America and you love grilling, or
if you don't
not,
love America, don't come. That's
non-America lovers, this ain't for you. I would love for you
Miss
to
Molly.
come out and help us grill.
Miss Molly has a 6.
Has a 6. Oh,
So me
she's
and Miss Molly.
that is, but
Okay,
hey, Miss
my-
Molly's one of the nicest people I've ever
She
met in
is
my
one of
life.
the coolest people too. So I feel like I'm in good company with my old iPhone.
Ormond Beach, Barbara. Go
Oh,
on, girl.
That sounds beautiful. Is
That's
the weather
fant-
nice there?
How's the weather in Ormond Beach tonight, Barbara? I'm excited for you. Which restaurant? Let's just, maybe someone else in the group is there as well. That's fantastic. We're
You're
going to wait.
just
We're just
gonna
going to
tell
sit and wait.
us-
Let me
You're
know when
just
the
gonna
buzzer
tell
goes
us
off.
Where you're eating.
Take a picture of the food. Share it with us. That's
I'm
fantastic.
sure it's going to be lovely.
We actually had a lovely
We
dinner
brought
tonight.
in a tropical depression when we were at the
did.
beach.
That's
We watched it come in.
we watched it. We rode through that joker all the way in. Then we got home. The kids for Father's Day got me a Blackstone grill. Tommy, my friend, Jeff Rogers, my
Tommy,
friend,
he has
Ken
not
Walls, my
stopped
friend.
talking about your
Tommy, I've told
holiday.
Shonda about the egg container that I'm going to be grabbing. I have cooked on that thing every day.
He said he's going to make eggs Benedict with it. I told him that's
That's
not
close.
right.
Come see, come saw.
What does that mean?
So. It's Spanish. Don't squint your eyes at me, girl. Don't.
You learn something new every day.
I see,
That
I
was-
see. Come see, come saw.
I see, I know.
Well, it's because I went to Clement County Schools,
Okay.
ranked among the best in the nation.
Well, that's more than we can say.
Riptides.
Mm-mm.
Barbara, I hope it's a wonderful evening for you tonight.
That
And
sounds
thank you
lovely.
for joining us on this
If
right
they
here.
have
is what
crab
it is.
legs, you need to get crab
Get some
legs.
crab legs for us, Barbara.
We
Not
didn't
to
get
bring
any
back,
crab
just to eat
legs
there.
while we were
I
at
know,
the beach.
we did it.
What's wrong with us?
It was wonderful. It was a wonderful time. But yeah, now we're back, y'all. Looking forward to being back with everybody. A couple of fun events we have coming up. One is on July 3rd. We really do have the fireworks in Morgan County. If you're looking for a great fireworks show,
It's a lot of fun.
hometown, come on out. Michelle and Ken said we are in need of a few folks to help us grill out. We're just going to be grilling hot dogs and giving them away. And we will finish grilling with enough time for everybody to get back to your families to get ready to enjoy the fireworks. So come on out. It's going to be great. I don't know
Is
what
that
time.
part going to be at Billwood?
That's everything's going to be at Billwood. So if you come out to Billwood Park, we would love to see you there. Two other service opportunities. One, Ken Walls leads up along with Bubba Harper and Camry Upton, an awesome serving opportunity just in the city of Madison, where we deliver Meals on Wheels. We have a number of days where they have been reaching out to us. The days have actually increased. Y'all, the whole route takes 45 minutes, maybe
if
to an
you're-
hour, depends on
yeah.
if you stay and visit
If
and
you're
if the
talking.
folks are feeling talkative on
Or
that
not.
route, on that day. But we're
It's
actually,
like 6 or 7 meals, right?
yeah, it's not a lot of meals. It's not bad.
They're all close together.
Very easy. Just show up at the senior center. If you would be interested in helping with any of that, we're in need of a few more volunteers. I'd say let's get 2 or 3. I would love to overwhelm the senior center with volunteers
When you
to
say
help out with
days,
that.
is it like a repetitive
It's Monday through
recurring
Friday,
thing, or
and
just
what they
once?
do is they will toward the end of this month. So probably no, we already got it. So this week, Ken got the list. I think it was 7 or 8 days for the month of July. Ken sends out a message to everybody who's agreed to volunteer, and those things filled up between Ken, Bubba, and Bubba and Ann, his wife, and then Camry. It
That's
filled up
awesome.
in like 2 text messages. But as different seasons get busier for different people and different work, now we're going to need some more volunteers. So if that's on your idea of a fun time and a way to serve, let us know. Also, an exciting thing, Camp Twin Lakes has reached out. They are in need of volunteers. So those especially live really close. They are hosting a foster care camp, and they're in need of just a number of volunteers. If you're interested in that, just comment on here. I'll send you the email, or email our church administrator, Lily Smith, and we'll make sure we get that to you because it'd be a
Is that like
cool
a
way to-
day camp or evening?
They're there all week. They need some folks all week. They need some folks just for the day. So, hey, great way to serve.
So cool.
Right here,
Very,
close
very
by.
cool.
Dog sleeping in your
He's
lap.
asleep.
It's adorable. It's adorable. Hey, Carolyn Keller. Glad you're joining
He's asleep
us
now, so he
this
can be
evening.
awake later.
Yeah.
We've gone right back into newborn life. And I'm sad to say we were really far away from it, more than I realized.
Yeah. So if you get bored, come on over to the Hare
You
House.
can call us in the middle of the night.
It's a
We're
party.
probably awake.
We dress to match now. That's just how we do things.
Not on purpose. I had this on first, and then I left.
I just threw on a shirt, not gonna lie, with a different colored pocket. Y'all looking forward to seeing everybody this weekend at services. Thank you to Blake Stinnett for preaching a couple weeks ago. Jeff Rogers the last couple Sundays. It's been wonderful being away, but I'm really excited to be back this Sunday, 9 and 11 o'clock. If you're in the building, if not, join us on here. We'd love to see you. We've got a great praise team, everything set up, ready to go. So it's going to be a blast. We have one baptism that I know of scheduled for this coming Sunday, I think during the 9 a.m. service, and we have right now 5 more that are waiting to be scheduled. It's legit,
awesome.
very cool. Had a young man get saved at camp last week, at middle school camp. Very pumped about that. We have a young lady, she's going into her senior year of high school this coming Sunday's going to be baptized. So it's just a good time, y'all. So again, if that's on your mind or somebody in your household, talk to us. We'd love to be a part of that and be a part of your baptism experience. Got any other announcements or updates you want to share?
I don't think so. I've been pretty out of the loop. I will say that I did love camp growing up. It was one of my
Yeah.
most favorite things I did as a teenager. So if your kids missed the chance to go to camp this year or didn't really realize it was an opportunity, I really can encourage them to do that. The camp that we go to for some of our ages is North Georgia Christian Camp, and we've been able to have our kids go, and
Yeah.
it's fantastic. Caroline, this year they've added a zip line, a lot of other activities, and Caroline and I went to buddy camp,
Yeah,
which is
together.
when you bring your mom
Which
or
is
your
neat.
dad, and it's such a sweet thing. So
That's a
good,
neat one.
sweet memories, and now we're working on our second generation of memories. I think it's a really fun thing. So
Yep.
good times. I love summer traditions at church. Always good things to have.
It is neat. For them to go to the same camp has been neat. For me to see my daughter go to the same camp that my wife went to. And I mean, this week we have a lot of kids going up. Our oldest is going to camp. So it's exciting.
Beginner one, I think. Is
Shout out, I heard from a few different people to Houston. Anyway, Houston did the talent show and played the drums like he does at our church on Sundays and
Which is no big
rocked
deal.
it.
Right.
So everybody was like, "Who is this guy?"
good for him.
Yeah, he goes to our church. It's fantastic.
Middle school
Good,
camp
Brian.
talent
Grace and
show
Wonder. It's
is
fantastic.
you have to have it at least one time. You have to experience middle school talent show.
I mean, hey, it's just what we do.
It's an amazing thing. So
It is
I think that's
amazing,
fun.
an amazing.
Good
thing.
memories, good time.
Good memories. Brian, I'm glad your son went. Man,
I'm
I'm glad
glad
you're out at
Grayson
church, bro.
went.
That's
Yeah, that's
exciting.
awesome.
It's fantastic. And hopefully, each year we send more kids, and it's just a good, simple kind of week for the kids. But they learn a lot, and
It's usually very unplugged. They have campfire, all the things you're thinking about
It's
when
very
you think about
traditional
summer camp. It's
summer
all those
camp.
things, but lots of sweet memories and lots of good people up there
That's right.
that I know most of them. So
That's absolutely right.
it's good times.
All right, guys. Tonight, if you got a Bible or device, open that thing up to Lamentations. Lamentations chapter 3. Lamentations chapter 3. I actually have a first sermon written from this, and then I went in a different direction. So I'm not preaching the whole sermon tonight, don't worry. But I was going to do
Sure.
Lamentations 1, which is really, it's good. Pretty heavy, kind of sad.
Lamentations is pretty.
Anyway, but the key verse for the whole book of Lamentations. All right, if you're not familiar with it, it's not a book you've read recently. The whole book was written by a guy named Jeremiah, who is known also as the weeping prophet. So he was known for that because he actually wept, and he uses the phrase, "My tears are flowing, I am overwhelmed with sadness," because he's writing this book as he's watching his country just completely fall apart. I mean, it's pretty bad. The Babylonians had come in and just torn down the temple, and he's just in a time of life where he's saying, it's like a prayer and a poem. It's pretty neat, but where he's saying pretty much to the people, "Hey, y'all, what are we doing? Like, I've warned you about this for so long, and now it's here." But even though he had spent like 40 years warning the people to turn from their sin, to stop doing wicked things, to trust in the Lord finally just brought it. I mean, he let the Babylonians come in, destroyed everything. And it's interesting because even though Jeremiah had known that for so long, he was still struggling
Watching it happen.
And he's still saying, "Lord, come on." And in my interpretation, it's like, not that heavy. Like, you've got to rescue us. This is a lot. One interesting thing I found, and I'll share, and then we'll jump into this verse in Lamentations 3, is that it's 5 chapters, and 4 of the 5 chapters are 22 verses each. And, how do I say this? Chapters 1, 2, and 4 are 22 verses each. Chapter 4 is 66 verses. Why is that interesting? Because in the Hebrew alphabet, there are 22 letters, and he wrote it as an acrostic. Each one starts.
I remember.
And then the chapter 4 has 66.
It's 3, right?
And his whole reason for that was, he didn't have a lot of pen and paper laying around, but he wanted people to really remember this and to really remember the words that the Lord had given him to say. But anyway, it's a great book. It's pretty heavy. The reason, I'm not going to lie to you, the reason I was going this direction for the sermon, I went a little bit same vein, just in 1 Peter this Sunday, is, y'all, I'm not going to lie, like, the vacation was awesome. We've had a great time with family. There's just been a lot of things in media, especially recently with the month of June, apparently, is a time just to do all kinds of things. So where I have actually looked around and said, "Lord, like, we're going in a different direction." There's a lot of things I'm not really a fan of. So anyway, I've just been praying through that, honestly, the last couple of days, and I came across this verse, and it was really speaking to me. So I pray that it speaks to you as well. In Lamentations chapter 3, let's just do verses 22 to 26. It says, "The steadfast love of the Lord never ceases. His mercies never come to an end. They are new every morning. Great is your faithfulness. The Lord is my portion, says my soul. Therefore I will hope in him. The Lord is good to those who wait for him, to the soul who seeks him. It is good that one should wait quietly for the salvation of the Lord." One of my favorite songs we sang at Damascus Baptist back in the day was "Great is Thy Faithfulness." I don't know if you sang that song growing up. Absolutely love it. If you want to do a little voice recording of you singing that song,
Please.
Share it with the class. I would love
Please do that.
to share that on social media tonight.
You have to be a follower, though. If
You got to be a follower because I
Won't
didn't
let
set
you
up in
comment.
time to edit that for everybody. Great is thy faithfulness. So let me just read that first couple verses again. "The steadfast love of the Lord never ceases. His mercies never come to an end. They are new every morning. Great is your faithfulness." Again, this part is going to be in the sermon Sunday. On our way down to the beach last week, we stopped at a theme park, Wild Adventure, which was fantastic. No lines, really
Highly
fun.
recommend.
Highly recommend. Middle of nowhere, but it was lovely.
You have to drive a long
We were
way
in
to get
Valdosta
there,
for
but
lots of other reasons, doctorally, but
not medically. He means
No,
for school. My school.
educationally, you know what I mean?
Education.
So, academia.
Luke kept saying that we were like all those kid movies where the parent is secretly working, but they take the
Oh,
family.
sir.
Like he's thinking of RV.
He's thinking of RV, where Robin Williams is like
He's
secretly
secretly
typing on
got
his
a conference
BlackBerry.
he's trying to go, and he's like, "Let's go on RV." And Luke said, I think you're like those parents who can't stop working. You told us we're on vacation, but you're
That's
leaving.
right.
I was like, well, I'm not lying about it, but
That's absolutely
we are working and on vacation at the same time.
working on vacation. So
Valdosta.
we're in Valdosta, and we checked in a hotel, which was lovely. And one night, I think Shawnee jumped in the shower.
Are you going to tell that this is of the devil story?
Yep. Yes, I am, actually. So my kids were watching Nickelodeon Junior.
I left the room for 15 minutes.
Junior. It's Nickelodeon Junior, and it's 7:30 p.m. This isn't 1 in the morning. It's like Cartoon Network. Nickelodeon Junior. My kids are watching a kids show, like with British accents about a dog. Like, it's hilarious. It's fun. It's a really funny show. So they're
Bluebee,
watching
for those
Bluebee. I've never heard of it, but it's really lovely.
It is funny.
So they're watching that, and I'm not trying to step on anybody's toes. I'm just being honest. Show went off. Commercial break came on, promoting things that, like, I just don't want. Mainly, I don't support it, but also mainly, I don't want my kids being exposed to certain things at their age. I want to be in charge of revealing things to them at the right time and having conversations that we can direct, and guide and mold. Anyway, Nick Jr. has this commercial come on that I am just absolutely against, and I see it and I went off.
He went off. I could hear it.
I was
through
going
the
off.
wall.
Not on my kids. Wasn't their fault. I was going off on the cable, on the culture, on everything. And at one point, I did say the phrase, "This is of," because they said, "Why'd you turn it off?" I said, "This is of the devil. This is of the devil." Straight up 1950s preacher. And they moved on pretty quick. They're like, Dad's
Well,
serious
later
right now."
when you were out of the room, Luke said, "Why did Daddy say that was of the devil?" Well,
And we had to unpack
we
it
don't have a lot of
little bit.
cable TV happening in our house anymore. Not really intentionally. We just have moved away from it. And
We
so,
moved away.
in a very positive way, we control almost every single minute of content that comes into
we
our
try.
house
While
because
we
we
can.
don't have a ton of commercials. So anyway, when we're in a hotel room with commercials that are not in our control,
We see all kinds of new things.
sometimes we have a reaction to that.
So I was pretty frustrated, I'm not gonna lie. And I really was. I don't know how y'all are, but sometimes when one thought gets in my mind, or I see one thing that's negative or frustrating or sinful or whatever, y'all, it can distract me from where I currently am. There's nothing wrong, I don't think, biblically, about getting frustrated or angry about sin and injustice and bad things in the world, as long as we don't lose sight of one, who's in control, and two, that, like what we're reading with this verse, God's love never ceases, His mercies never fail, they're new every morning, and He is always faithful. That's a phrase I love. The Lord is faithful. So you fast forward 24 to 48 hours. We get to the condo down at the beach. We got in, had a great time swimming, and we slept in the next day. This was on a Sunday. We don't usually sleep in on Sundays.
No,
We slept in
haven't
on
slept
Sunday.
in 7 or 8 years.
And it was probably what?
I feel like
8 o'clock?
it was
7:30, 8 o'clock?
8:15 because I
8:15.
remember thinking that church was probably getting started.
Getting ready to
with
the
time
church.
difference.
And we woke up to hundreds, this is the second time this has happened, hundreds and hundreds of teenagers on the beach at Panama City early in the morning.
Probably about the size of our
It was
church.
about the size of our whole church,
300
probably
or
all
more
high
people,
schools.
all standing on the beach,
All standing on the beach
Screaming
at 8:15,
every few
screaming.
minutes.
So
We
you
were
think,
like,
what is
going
happening in
on?
Panama City? And I went out and they were baptizing 60 kids,
I would say.
at least 70 kids.
Yeah, I would say 60.
ton
back to back to back.
of
Every
over
45
and
seconds,
over and
they were
over.
baptizing somebody, and then a new one would walk out, be baptized. It
It was
unbelievable.
unbelievable. Where I just watched all, and then there were, and like other teens were running out in the waves, and they were hugging them, and people were cheering. And I'm just being honest, y'all. It was, and I didn't
Mm-hmm. It
find this
woke
verse
us
until
up,
later.
and we were like,
It
"What's
woke
going
us
on?"
up, but it was as if, now that I read this verse, it was if the Lord were saying in that moment, "My mercies are new every morning. Great is my faithfulness." Like, the Lord is faithful, and His mercies are new. So
And we
to me,
ended up seeing 3 different youth conferences
It was
in
everywhere.
our condo. I mean,
And I know-
hundreds of teenagers from all over.
hundreds and
This
hundreds.
particular group was from Woodstock, but
They're from
we
First
kept
Woodstock.
running into teenagers, and I would say, "You guys seem like you're a youth group," and they were first of all creeped out, like, "How do you know that?" And
I
then
didn't
I
say
would
that.
explain.
I didn't say that.
No,
Strange kids
I
on the
would say
elevator.
it,
That'd
and
be
they
too
were
much.
like,
Like, stranger
"Oh,
man,
well,
stranger
this is the
danger.
pastor," and like, "Oh, that's
Like, sure, that's
awesome."
what they all say.
And then they
Heaven
would
help us.
tell us where they were from, and I mean, I think 3 different groups of hundreds of teenagers
Of hundreds of
were
teens.
on the beach worshiping. 2 years ago was when we saw the group. They
From
were
Texas.
up late at night
Mhm.
playing
In the- yeah,
worship
in the
music
middle of
on
the
the
night.
beach with campfires.
So
And we were
sometimes
like, "What's going on?" And it was a youth camp.
it was, and it was just great,
It's
great
very
for us to
cool.
see, me to see. It was a reminder, because I love my family, I love the beach. But y'all, real quick, kind of preachy thing. Like, the world is lost, like it's fallen, and that's
Mm-hmm.
throughout Scripture. We shouldn't be. I'm telling myself, I shouldn't be surprised by that. Like, Jesus says that we're going out as light in the darkness. Sometimes the darkness discourages
Catches you
me.
off guard.
Yeah, it catches me off guard. And I know it catches all of us off guard, but sometimes are harder than others when I look around and go, Lord, there's so much darkness. And I don't think God's justifying the darkness at all. That's not what we're saying. But what I am saying is I have found hope and been reminded of the living hope that we have, knowing that the Lord is faithful and his mercies are new every morning. He has everything in control, even the things I don't like or understand, the things that I'm not going to lie. I pray away from my kids. I'm like, Lord, please help guard them in this world that's so many different directions. But to remember to keep this part the first, keep the Lord in his place first, knowing that everything else will fall into its place. Doesn't mean it's going to always fall into its place like we want it, but knowing that if he's in control, we can trust him because he is faithful.
Well, and I think another thing to say is that sometimes it's so easy to feel like all you can see around you is darkness, and you don't always feel like you're making a difference or that you're encouraging other people with what you're trying to put out as light. So we know that what we believe is real, and we believe that it is the light in the darkness. But sometimes you feel like it's just around you, everything is so opposite of what you want your kids to believe or what you want to believe for yourself. Or you just see the damage that sin has brought into the world. So often you can just see how damaging it is. And that's discouraging. But I think that with the kids on the beach, they didn't know us. They didn't know that they were encouraging to us. So you don't always know how your witness is being viewed by others. And so sometimes I think you're putting that light out there and it may not feel like it, but I think you may be encouraging other people when you don't have any
That's
idea.
right.
So just be encouraged in that way.
Be encouraged in that. The last couple of verses again says, the Lord is good to those who wait for him, to the soul who seeks him. I pray that we all are all seeking the Lord. But again, these are just personal things from my life, our life, is that sometimes other things will try to work their way into getting us to want to seek them first, whether it's a worry or an anxiety or fear. Sometimes they're legit, or we're like, this is a big deal. Other times it's something that's completely out of our control, and it feels like you're up against a lot. Knowing that when we choose to seek the Lord with our soul, he's going to be good to us. He's good to us all the time, but I think it reminds us of his goodness when we're seeking him first. You know what I mean? Like
Definitely.
when we kind of keep him first, when God, keep the main thing the main thing. Keep, what is it, Robert?
Well, we've
Rainer
said
always
before,
says?
it changes your perspective of what's happening. So even what you thought you would have called good or not before might have a different filter almost. And so it's not that it's not good. It would have been good always, but your perception of it can be really different when you are focusing first on him, first on his kingdom, and then everything else after that. When you get really caught up with yourself or what's right in front of you that's not him, everything changes. So your perspective of everything is also changed.
That's right.
So,
That perspective change. I've enjoyed it. Again, I don't think we're going to be going through Lamentations this week. Maybe in the future, sometime soon. It's a heavy book, but it's good. I mean, Jeremiah's laying out some stuff that's on his heart where he's looking around saying, Lord, there's some things going on that I don't agree with. And we're not saying we're Israel or anything, but nothing's new under the sun, so all that to say, read that one, check over that. If we can help anyway, let us know. I'm glad to be back in #MoCo. We're looking forward to being at church on Sunday. Y'all, the numbers have been, it's summertime. It's crazy. We're just watching what the Lord's doing with the number of people that are getting saved and committing their lives to Christ, and just the number of people that are showing up right now. 350 last Sunday. So it's just, I'm excited about what the Lord's doing, and we're going to continue. I want y'all to know, or since what we say these are, on my comment thing, our followers or whatever. That's whatever, however I set this up. That's what Facebook called you. No, like this thing, I clicked one button. There might be a lot of other people, I don't know. But one last thing I wanted to share is that I can't control what anybody else says or does or thinks, let alone try to make myself think and do the right thing. But I can commit to you is a husband and as a wife and as a pastor of this church, we commit to keeping the Lord in his place and trusting his faithfulness every day. Our soul is seeking him, and my prayer is that your soul will be seeking him as well. We're thankful for y'all. It's summertime,
We are.
Enjoy it. Hope to see you Sunday. We got July 3rd coming up. If you want to come out and grill out some hot dogs. Hey, this Sunday is also Sunday Fun Day
swim party
at the Rogers house. I kind of cleared that with Jeff, kind of didn't. I just opened it up. It was like Kids Point, where there's like 12 kids. let's just get the HOA calling in. You know what I mean? Let's just see what happens.
Oh, well,
So,
yay, good.
Jeff, if you're watching this, I love you, and my
Also,
bad.
Leanne, sorry if you had a registration.
Leanne, look, if you don't register, you're not getting a piece of pizza, but everybody can swim, I think. Make sure you bring a life jacket. We'll have a lifeguard on duty. No, we
Will
won't.
we?
Nope.
No, we will not.
We will have people that can swim watching the kids in the pool, but we're not certified as far as I know.
I will be watching my own kids. That's plenty. And then
That's
you
enough.
watch your own kids
Our kids, 2 of the
We'll do
3
the best
swim
we
well. One of them swims.
for a minute. He can
Feel
swim to the bottom.
He'll just start swimming. You usually look around like, where's he going? And then he starts drowning, and you're like, stop.
He's fine as long as he happens to resurface near the edge.
But if he
he
doesn't-
happens to resurface where he can't reach the edge, then
It's insane.
It's trouble.
He does,
Then
as
you're
we're
in
watching
trouble. Yeah.
swimming on the Olympics. Yeah, it's good. So, but hey, that is crazy.
Sunday,
Swimming is on the Olympics right now. They're doing the tryouts, and that is the first thing our youngest has ever said he wants to do when he gets
He
older.
did. He looked and
He
said, I'm going to do that.
I'm going to do that.
We were like, what? Be
Like-
on the swim? He goes, no, win that gold
No,
medal.
win that gold. I want to be first.
Okay.
And then one guy was swimming. He was like, "Why is that guy swimming by himself?" I said, "Nathaniel, he's just that far ahead. He's way in first." He said, "Oh, that's what I'm going to do."
That's me.
was
Yeah,
like,
I'm like him. Like, are
You're
you?
not. We don't really have the build of
I
Michael
don't
Phelps in
think-
our house,
He's
or
really
Lochte
tall.
or any of the newer guys. But hey, we'll see what
really
happens.
tall.
But we'll see. Let's just go for it.
Right now, we need to work on swimming, period.
Just swimming.
Not whether fast or
Is a
slow.
win.
Let's just stay above the surface of the water.
We're gonna
more
stay
than
above.
below.
Y'all, I'm thankful for you. I hope you have a wonderful Wednesday evening. And if we can do anything for you, let us know. We'll see you Sunday, either in the building or online. And look forward to keeping the Lord's, what we say? Mercies. Anyway, I was
don't
going to
know.
quote some fancy scripture. I didn't do it. We will see everybody this weekend. Hope you have a great night. Holla back.